Did you know that there are 8 powerful financial changes approaching your life right now? And look, I'm not talking about empty promises or fleeting illusions. I'm talking about real, concrete transformations that the universe has already set in motion specifically for you and Aquarius. If you've reached this video at this exact moment, you can be absolutely certain it wasn't by chance. It's because the cosmos wants you to know what's about to happen to your money, your prosperity, your material security. Aquarius, you who have always been different, who have always seen the world in a unique way, who have often felt misunderstood for thinking ahead of your time. Your time has come to reap the rewards of this special vision. Celestial energies are aligning in a way that hasn't happened in years, and this alignment is bringing profound changes to the financial area of your life. But be warned, these changes will not come to those who stand still waiting. They will manifest for those who are prepared, for those who are attentive to the signs, for those who have the courage to act when opportunity knocks. And that's exactly why you need to watch this video until the end. Because each of these 8 changes I'm going to reveal comes with specific instructions, signs you need to recognize, and actions you need to take. If you miss any information, you might let slip an opportunity that was destined to completely change your financial situation. So pay close attention to every word, because the universe is speaking directly to you through this message. Prepare your heart and mind, because what you're about to discover here could be the turning point you've been waiting for. First change: awakening your financial creativity. Aquarius, the first major change coming to your financial life has to do with something that has always been within you, but that perhaps you have never fully used to your advantage: your creative and innovative capacity. You were born with a natural gift for seeing solutions where others see problems, for creating paths where others see dead ends. And now the universe is activating this creativity in a special way, directing it towards the area of money and material prosperity. For a long time, you may have worked in the traditional way, following the paths everyone else takes, doing things the way they've always been done. And perhaps you felt that something didn't quite fit, that you were stuck in a way that didn't match your essence. This happens because Aquarius didn't come into this world to follow old and outdated rules. You came to break patterns, to show new ways of doing things, to revolutionize everything that no longer works. And this change that's coming will bring opportunities for you to use your innovative nature to create new sources of income. It could be an idea that suddenly appears like a flash of light in your mind. It could be a creative solution to a problem you face at work. It could even be a personal project you've always wanted to develop, but never had the courage to start. The important thing is that you pay attention when these ideas appear, because they are not random thoughts. They are direct messages from the universe showing you a new path to prosperity. But here's a very important detail you need to understand. These ideas will require you to trust yourself like never before. Because when you think differently from everyone else, when you see possibilities that others don't, it's common for the people around you not to understand at first. They may even disbelieve you. They may say you're dreaming too much, that you're being delusional. But remember how many times in history people with an Aquarian mindset were ridiculed at first and then changed the whole world? Well, that's exactly what's happening to you now. The cosmos is asking you to be courageous, to trust that inner voice that tells you to do things differently. This change won't make you a millionaire overnight, but it will open an important door, creating a new possibility that didn't exist before. And the most beautiful thing is that this new way of making money will be much more aligned with who you really are. It will be a prosperity that doesn't enslave you, that doesn't trap you in old structures, that respects your need for freedom and innovation. So pay attention in the coming days and weeks. When an idea pops into your head, write it down. When you feel a strong urge to start something new, don't ignore it. When an opportunity arises that's unlike anything you've done before, seriously consider it. Because the universe is speaking to you through these creative impulses, and this first financial change has already begun to manifest in your life through them. Second change: professional recognition and appreciation of your work. The second transformation that is approaching has to do with something you, Aquarius, have always deserved but haven't always received: true recognition for your work and contributions. You are one of those signs that often works behind the scenes, that contributes brilliant ideas but doesn't seek the spotlight, that helps everyone without expecting anything in return. And this generosity, this genuine humility, has sometimes led people to not properly value everything you do. But now things are changing in a very significant way. The universe is rearranging the energies around you, so that you finally receive the recognition you deserve. And when I talk about recognition, I'm not just talking about nice words or pats on the back. I'm talking about concrete recognition, which translates into better professional opportunities, salary increases, promotions, and important people who will begin to see your true value. Perhaps you've spent years working in the same place without your abilities being fully recognized. Perhaps you've contributed to important projects without receiving the credit you deserved. Perhaps you've taught many people, helped many colleagues, solved complicated problems, and all of this has gone unnoticed by those who should have valued it. But all of this is about to change because cosmic justice never fails. It may take time, but it always arrives. In the coming months, you'll realize that the right people will start noticing the quality of your work. These could be bosses, clients, business partners, or even completely new people entering your life to open doors that were previously closed. And this recognition will come with concrete opportunities to improve your financial situation. It could be through a promotion you've been hoping for. It could be through a better job offer from elsewhere. It could be through a raise that finally reflects your achievements. It could even be through the success of a personal project that finally takes off. But there's something very important you need to do for this change to fully manifest. You need to learn to value yourself first. Because often, Aquarius, you're so focused on the collective, so concerned with everyone's well-being, that you forget to defend your own interests. You accept unfair conditions because you don't want to create conflict. You settle for less than you deserve because you don't want to seem ambitious or selfish. But that needs to end now. The universe is giving you this opportunity for recognition, but you need to be prepared to receive it with dignity. This means that when a better opportunity arises, you can't let insecurity paralyze you. When someone offers you something good, you can't diminish your own worth out of fear or excessive modesty. When it's time to negotiate, you need to have the courage to ask for what is fair for your work. Because you deserve it, and the entire cosmos is confirming this for you right now. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Now let's continue with our video. Third change, liberation from past debts and financial burdens. Aquarius, the third change coming into your life will bring a sense of relief you may not even realize how much you need. This transformation is about freeing yourself from debt, from financial commitments weighing you down, from past situations that still drain your energy and money. The universe is opening paths for you to finally break free from these shackles that prevent you from soaring higher. It could be that you've been carrying debt for a long time, that you have financial commitments stemming from difficult times in your life, that you've taken on responsibilities that weren't entirely yours, but that you embraced because you have such a huge and generous heart. And all of this has created a burden, limited your possibilities, and made you feel like you can never truly save money because there's always something from the past consuming your resources. But now the turning point has arrived. The cosmos is preparing situations that will allow you to finally settle these outstanding debts, to organize yourself in a way you couldn't before, to find solutions to financial problems that seemed impossible to solve. And this won't necessarily happen through a miracle where money falls from the sky. It will happen through practical opportunities that will arise, through mental clarity to make better decisions, through people who will appear to help in unexpected ways. You might receive a much more favorable renegotiation offer for an old debt. You might get extra cash that will allow you to pay off a commitment that's suffocating you. You might find creative alternatives to resolve situations that seemed hopeless. You might even discover that you're entitled to some money that was forgotten, or that you didn't even know you had. The universe works in mysterious ways, and when it decides to free someone from financial shackles, it always finds the right path. But along with these practical opportunities, this change also brings a very important internal transformation. You will begin to develop a healthier relationship with money, a more conscious way of managing your finances. Because often, Aquarius, you let things happen without paying much attention to the financial details. You are so focused on ideas, on projects, on helping people, that sometimes you forget to take care of the basic organization of your money, and that needs to change. This third transformation will bring with it a new financial awareness. You will begin to better understand where your money goes. You will create more organized systems to manage your finances, and you will develop healthier habits of saving and investing. And it won't be in a boring or limiting way, but in a way that respects your free and innovative nature. You will find creative ways to organize your finances that match your personality. And when you begin to break free from these shackles of the past, when you start to breathe easier financially, you'll realize how much this situation was preventing you from achieving important things. You'll realize how many opportunities you let pass because you were tied to old commitments. You'll understand how much of your energy was being drained by these constant worries. And from the moment you break free, you'll have much more space, much more energy, and much more resources to build the prosperous future you deserve. So pay attention to the opportunities for financial organization that will arise. Don't ignore that impulse to finally sit down and make a serious plan. When a chance to renegotiate or pay off something comes up, evaluate it seriously. And above all, forgive yourself for any past financial mistakes, because all of those were necessary lessons that brought you here, to this moment of liberation and a new beginning. Fourth change, new partnerships and profitable connections. The fourth financial transformation coming your way, Aquarius, is happening through other people. Yes, you who are so independent, who like to do things your way, who often prefer to work alone rather than adapt to others. The universe is bringing special people into your life who will open important financial doors through partnerships, collaborations, and genuine connections. Aquarius has this interesting characteristic of being both very sociable and very independent. You like people, you make friends easily, you can talk to anyone about any subject. But when it comes to business, money, and professional projects, you often prefer to maintain total control and do everything yourself. And this, in a way, has limited your potential for financial growth. Because there are opportunities that only arise through the right partnerships, through connections with the right people. And now the cosmos is bringing these people closer to you. They may be people who will become partners in some project. They may be professionals who perfectly complement your skills. They may be mentors who will guide you down paths you didn't know existed. They may be important clients who will value your work and pay well for it. They may even be old friends who will reappear in your life bringing interesting proposals. The important thing is that you are open to these connections. Because Aquarius sometimes gets so focused on their own ideas, so convinced that their way is the best, that they end up closing doors without realizing it. You might dismiss a partnership proposal because it seems like it will limit your freedom. You might ignore someone trying to get closer because they don't fit your expected pattern. You might reject a collaboration opportunity because you prefer to do everything your way. But this attitude needs to change now. The universe is asking you to develop more flexibility, more openness to working together with other people. This doesn't mean you'll lose your identity or abandon your principles. It means you'll learn to combine your qualities with the qualities of others, creating something much bigger and more prosperous than you could achieve alone. Because two heads are better than one. And when you combine your innovative vision with the complementary skills of the right people, the result can be extraordinary. These upcoming partnerships will bring concrete financial benefits. They can open up new markets that you couldn't access on your own. They can bring resources that you didn't have available. They can multiply the reach of your work in ways you never imagined possible. And beyond the financial aspect, these connections will enrich your life in other ways as well. They will bring learning, new experiences, different perspectives that will further broaden your worldview. But there's an important precaution you need to take. Not everyone who offers a partnership is the right person. The universe will send the right opportunities, but wrong opportunities may also appear along the way to test your discernment. So you need to evaluate carefully before committing. Observe if this person's values match yours. Check if there is genuine trust. Analyze if the proposal truly makes sense or if it's just smooth talk. Use your strong Aquarian intuition to identify who truly deserves your trust and who is just trying to take advantage of you. And when you find the right partnerships, truly invest in them. Be loyal, be trustworthy, do your part with dedication. Because these connections that are coming your way now are not fleeting. They are relationships that can last for years and bring continuous prosperity to your life. They are seeds of abundance that you are planting now, and that will continue to bear fruit for a long time. Fifth change. Appreciating skills you didn't even know were valuable. Aquarius, the fifth financial change has to do with a very beautiful discovery you are about to make. You have talents and skills that are far more valuable than you imagined. Things you've always done naturally, without giving them much importance, without thinking they were a big deal, will begin to be recognized and valued in ways that will positively surprise you. This happens because Aquarians often don't realize their own worth. You do incredible things so naturally that you think everyone else can do the same. You solve complicated problems as if it were easy, and don't understand why others find it so difficult. You have brilliant insights and think they're just common thoughts. And this lack of awareness of your own talent sometimes leads you to not charge adequately for what you do, not value what you offer, and not recognize your market value. But now the universe is placing you in situations where it will become very clear how special and valuable your skills are. Someone might desperately seek your help with something that seems simple to you, but impossible for them to solve alone. You might realize there's a huge market of people needing exactly what you do well. You might discover that a hobby, a passion, something you've always done purely for pleasure, can actually generate an excellent source of income. And this discovery will open up completely new possibilities for prosperity. Because when you truly begin to value what you offer, when you understand that your skills solve real problems for other people, you start to charge fairly for your work. You stop giving away for free what should be paid for. You stop accepting miserable payments for valuable deliverables. You begin to position yourself more professionally and appropriately in the market. And here's something interesting. Many of the skills that will start generating money for you are precisely those things that set you apart, that make you unique. That special way you have of explaining complicated things simply. That ability you have to find creative solutions to problems that everyone else thinks are impossible. That talent you have for connecting different ideas and creating something new. That natural aptitude you have with a particular technology or tool. All of this has market value, and you will finally start monetizing these talents. But for this change to be complete, you need to overcome a significant internal obstacle. The imposter syndrome that sometimes plagues Aquarius. That little voice in your head that tells you that you're not that special, that other people do it better, that you don't have the authority to charge well for what you do. That voice is lying, and you need to silence it now. Because the truth is that you do have unique qualities, you do offer something of great value, and you do deserve to be well compensated for it. So start paying attention to the things people praise about you. Observe the problems that only you can solve at work or in your social circle. Identify those situations where you naturally shine while others struggle to achieve mediocre results. Because that's precisely where your gold lies. That's where your untapped potential for prosperity is. And when you identify these valuable skills, don't be afraid to invest in them. Further refine what you already do well. Study ways to apply these talents in new areas. Publicize what you know how to do so that more people can learn about it. Position yourself as an expert in what you master. Because the world is full of people who need exactly what you have to offer. And this fifth change is creating the bridges for you to meet in a profitable and satisfying way for everyone. Sixth change, courage to invest in yourself. The sixth financial transformation that is coming, Aquarius, is perhaps one of the most important of all, because it touches on something very deep, your relationship with investing in yourself. The universe is bringing opportunities and also the necessary courage for you to finally invest time, energy, and money in your own development, in your growth, in building a solid foundation for lasting prosperity. Aquarius is a sign that finds it very easy to invest in others. You lend money to friends, help family members in need, contribute to social causes, and support collective projects. But when it comes to investing in yourself, spending money on your own growth, you hesitate. You think it's selfish, that it's wasteful, that there are more important priorities. And this attitude has greatly hindered your financial development. But now the cosmos is changing that dynamic. You're going to start understanding that investing in yourself isn't selfishness, it's a necessity. That you can't sustainably help anyone if you yourself are empty, if you're not growing, if you're not developing. That the best way to contribute to the world is to first become the best version of yourself, and that requires investment. This investment can come in many forms. It could be a course that teaches you new skills that will increase your market value. It could be training that improves something you already do well. It could be therapy or a self-discovery process that helps you overcome internal blocks related to money. It could even be investing in taking better care of your health, because a healthy body and mind are fundamental for you to have the energy and focus to thrive. And the most beautiful thing is that the universe will facilitate these investments. Opportunities to learn at special prices may arise. A scholarship may appear for that course you've always wanted to take. Someone may be willing to teach you something valuable for free. You may even receive extra money specifically for you to invest in your development. The cosmos is creating the conditions, but you need to have the courage to take advantage of them. Because investing in yourself requires courage. It requires you to believe it's worthwhile, that you deserve it, that it will pay off. It requires you to prioritize your growth, even when other things seem more urgent. It requires you to trust that the money or time invested now will return multiplied in the future. And it's not always easy to have that faith, especially when you're facing financial difficulties. But it's precisely in those moments that investing in yourself is most necessary. Think of it this way. If you're in a difficult financial situation right now, always doing the same things will keep you in that situation. To change the outcome, you need to change yourself first. You need to learn new things, develop different skills, broaden your vision, expand your possibilities. And that only happens through conscious investment in your own growth. And I'm not necessarily talking about spending a fortune. I'm talking about making conscious choices where you prioritize your development. It could be setting aside a small portion of your budget each month for education. It could be dedicating a few hours a week to studying something new. It could be seeking mentorship from people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. It could simply be changing habits that keep you in the same situation and developing new habits that take you where you want to go. The important thing is for you to understand that you are your most valuable asset. Everything you achieve in life comes through you, your skills, your knowledge, your ability to act. So investing in improving this asset is the smartest financial decision you can make. And this sixth change is bringing precisely that. The mental clarity to understand this truth and the emotional courage to act accordingly. Seventh change. A change in how to deal with risks and opportunities. Aquarius, the seventh transformation that is coming will affect something very important in your financial life. How you deal with risks and opportunities. The universe is teaching you to find the perfect balance between the boldness needed to grow and the prudence needed to protect what you achieve. And this balance will make a huge difference in your financial results. Aquarius has a complicated relationship with risk. On the one hand, you are an air sign, mental, and enjoy innovation and change. You are not afraid to try new things, to try different paths, to break rules that no longer make sense. On the other hand, you can also be quite cerebral and analytical, overthinking before acting, creating 1,000 scenarios in your head about everything that could go wrong. And this internal contradiction sometimes paralyzes you precisely at the moments when you should be acting. But now that dynamic is changing. You're going to start developing a much sharper financial intuition, an ability to sense when an opportunity is real and when it's just an illusion. You're going to learn to distinguish between smart risks that can bring big returns and foolish risks that are just baseless gambles. And this new wisdom will allow you to make much better decisions related to your money. This change will manifest itself in practical ways. Investment opportunities may arise that you previously ignored out of fear, but now you will feel confident enough to seize them. Business proposals may emerge that require courage to accept, and you will have just the right amount of courage. There may be moments when you need to say no to something that seems good but isn't, and you will have the discernment to refuse. It's a subtle but very powerful transformation. And along with this new way of dealing with risks, you will also develop greater patience with the financial growth process. Because Aquarius sometimes wants immediate results. You have a brilliant idea and want it to become a success overnight. You start a project and get frustrated when the results take a long time to appear. You may even give up on good things because you didn't have the patience to wait the necessary time for them to bear fruit. But the universe is teaching you now that true prosperity is built over time, with consistency, with dedication maintained over months and years. That not every opportunity needs to bring immediate returns to be valuable. That some investments take time to mature, but when they do, they yield much more abundant results. That having strategic patience is completely different from being passive or complacent. And this new understanding will completely change your results. You will stop jumping from one thing to another seeking quick gains. You will learn to choose wisely where to invest your energy, and then maintain focus until you reap the rewards. You will develop long-term projects that will create a solid foundation for your future prosperity. You will build real wealth instead of just chasing quick money that comes and goes. And perhaps most importantly, you will learn to better handle moments of uncertainty, which are inevitable in any financial journey. You will understand that having all the answers before acting is not always possible or necessary. That sometimes you need to take the first step even without seeing the whole path. That life rewards intelligent action, not the paralysis caused by excessive analysis. And this transformation in your mindset will open doors that previously seemed impossible to cross. Eighth change. building financial security with freedom. And finally, we arrive at the eighth and final change, Aquarius, which is perhaps the most important of all for your sign specifically. The ability to build true financial security without sacrificing your freedom. Because that has always been Aquarius's great dilemma, hasn't it? How to have material stability without feeling trapped. How to build wealth without becoming a slave to money. How to have security without losing spontaneity and the ability to change when necessary. For a long time, you may have believed that these things were incompatible, that you either chose security and lived trapped in structures that suffocated your soul, or you chose freedom and always lived on the financial edge, that having money necessarily meant selling yourself to a system you don't believe in, that material prosperity was the opposite of spiritual freedom. But the universe is showing you now that this is a false dichotomy. It is entirely possible to build financial security in a way that respects your need for freedom. It is possible to have stability without rigidity. It is possible to build wealth while maintaining flexibility. It is possible to prosper materially without betraying your values or becoming someone you don't want to be. And this eighth change is bringing precisely the knowledge, opportunities, and conditions for you to make this happen in your life. This transformation will manifest itself through new and creative ways of generating income that match your lifestyle. It could be through remote work that allows you to live wherever you want. It could be through projects that you manage with flexible hours. It could be through multiple income streams that give you security without total dependence on a single thing. It could be through smart investments that generate passive income while you focus on living life. The possibilities are many, and the universe will guide you to the one that makes the most sense for you. And the most beautiful thing is that the security you'll build won't be based on simply accumulating for the sake of accumulating. It will be prosperity with purpose, an abundance that allows you to live according to your values, that gives you the means to help the people and causes you care about, that frees you to make a difference in the world in your own unique way. Because deep down, Aquarius, you never wanted money just for the sake of money. You always wanted the resources necessary to live authentically and contribute to a better world. And now you're going to have it. But for this change to be complete, you need to do your part. You need to start creating financial systems that work for you instead of against you. You need to learn about modern and flexible ways to build wealth. You need to be open to work and income models that are different from the traditional ones. You need to trust that it is indeed possible to have security and freedom at the same time. And most importantly, you need to release those old fears and limiting beliefs about money that you carry, perhaps without even realizing it. That idea that good people don't have money. That belief that wealth is always the result of exploitation. That fear that if you prosper you will become a materialistic and empty person. None of that is true. And these beliefs only serve to keep you poor and limited. The truth is, you can be prosperous and still be the beautiful, authentic, and special person you are. You can have financial security and maintain your free and innovative essence. You can build wealth and use it to create a positive impact on the world. And this eighth shift is opening all the paths for that to happen. The universe is on your side, the energies are aligned in your favor, and the time has come for you to finally have the prosperity and freedom that has always been your birthright. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Aquarius, you have just received a very important message from the universe through this video. 8 powerful financial changes are coming into your life right now, and each one carries within it the potential to completely transform your material reality. But these changes won't happen on their own while you stand still waiting. They require your active participation, your courage, your faith, and your willingness to act in new ways. The first change will awaken your financial creativity, showing you innovative ways to earn money doing what you love. The second will bring the professional recognition you deserve, opening doors to better opportunities. The third will free you from debts and burdens of the past, creating space to build something new. The fourth will connect you with the right people, who will multiply your possibilities through genuine partnerships. The fifth change will reveal valuable talents you didn't even know you had, opening up new sources of income. The sixth will give you the courage to invest in yourself, in your growth, in your development. The 7th will transform how you deal with risks and opportunities, bringing balance between boldness and prudence. And the 8th, the most important of all, will teach you how to build true financial security without losing the freedom that is so essential to your soul. All these changes have already begun to manifest. You may not be seeing the full results yet, but the seeds have already been planted, the energies are already in motion, the paths are already being opened. And in the coming months, if you pay attention to the signs, if you have the courage to act when opportunities arise, if you maintain faith even when things take a little longer, you will see these 8 transformations materialize in your life in ways that will surprise and deeply delight you. So my request to you today is simple. Commit to your prosperity, not in a greedy or selfish way, but in a healthy and conscious way. Understand that you deserve to have abundant resources. Believe that it is indeed possible for you to live well financially doing what makes sense to you. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor at this very moment. And above all, take action. Because knowledge without action transforms nothing. You can watch this video 1,000 times, you can agree with everything I've said, you can feel the truth of these words in your heart. But if you don't do anything differently from now on, if you don't start applying these guidelines to your practical life, nothing will truly change. Opportunities will appear and you will let them pass. Doors will open and you won't walk through them. And it would be a great sadness to waste this magical moment that the cosmos has prepared especially for you. So choose now, at this moment, to do things differently. Choose to trust. Choose to act. Choose to believe that prosperity is possible for you too. And start today, right now, taking small but consistent steps towards the financial life you want to have. It could be by better organizing your budget. It could be by finding that course that will help you develop yourself. It could be by having that difficult conversation about being valued at work. It could be by finally starting that project you've been putting off for so long. The important thing is to begin. Because when you take that first step with faith and courage, the entire universe moves to support you. Magical coincidences begin to happen. The right people appear. Opportunities multiply. And what seemed impossible suddenly becomes not only possible but inevitable. And if you've made it this far, to the end of this video, that's another sign that you're ready for this transformation. So go, my dear Aquarius. Go with the blessing of the universe. Go with the strength of the stars. Go with the confidence of someone who knows they deserve all the best that life has to offer. And come back here later to tell your transformation story. Because I know it will be beautiful and will inspire many other people who also need to believe that change is possible. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because there's much more powerful content coming to help you on this journey of prosperity and fulfillment. And if the messages you receive here touch your heart, if they make a difference in your life, consider becoming a channel member. Your support is what allows these messages to continue reaching you and thousands of other people who also need guidance and hope. Aquarius, the universe believes in you. I believe in you. Now all that's left is for you to believe in yourself. And when you do that, when you truly trust in your potential and act according to that trust, nothing will be able to stop your prosperity. Your blessings are on their way. Receive them with gratitude and use them wisely. Until the next video, and may abundance be your constant companion every day of your life.